Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on Eleanor, video 45, and at the time of filming this, it'll be a few weeks later when you guys see it, but that's me just past the 3-year mark for filming on YouTube. I mean, how does that happen? 3 years? And I'm nearly up to 1,500 subscribers, so honestly, thank you so much for subscribing, supporting, because this is my love, my passion, and to know that other people are enjoying it, sharing it, not everyone, but other people, and I'm making a difference to people, you know, it's special, something special, so thanks very much. The shell for me has been put off for a long time because of my injury on my arm. I'm going to be hampered with what I can do with, obviously I'm using my non-dominant hand mainly, but I've wanted to do it for a long time. The subframes are done. I've got plans for the engine, which is behind you guys, that's why I'm pointing there. I've got plans for that I'm doing in the background at the moment. So, but the shell, this is the focus on Eleanor for the next while. Yeah, I decided to go for it. I said in the last video, I love this car and this shell, and not everyone would save it, but I will. I'll save it and I'll bring her back, and it'll be such a special day when I start that engine and drive the car away. Maybe I can get some of you guys here for the first day, first drive, just to make it special. But it's not going to be for a while, so I'm not even going to set a target date because, yeah, I'm in no rush. Right, here we go. What do I need to do? I think it might need a new wheel arch. What do you guys think? Think I can patch that? That was a joke, by the way. So yeah, new wheel arch. New wheel arches. Although this isn't as bad, yeah, there's no way I'm keeping this thing on the car. So I know straight away I need 2 new wheel arches. The boot, I don't know yet if I can get away with some some repair sections for certain areas, or if I need to get a new full boot floor. So this bit's gone. That's that does come in a separate bit. That's the closing panel for the front. Sorry, the wheel arch. But you can see that's been replaced before anyway. So solid, the majority. Getting in behind here is the priority today. I'm going to get this rear valance off just to get in, and I'm going to get all this paint off to see what's underneath and see if it's going to be savable. But even this bit here, this is by hand, it's just coming off. So yeah, that's the plan, to get this off and get underneath and get some of it cleaned off for this video at least. This was put on when Eleanor was restored previously, before I had a poor restoration. It was tacked on places, the good old cover sills, and basically made to look pretty, but underneath it was a rot box. And as you see so many times, these aren't spot welded here, they've been tacked on. Tack, 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 which I would never do on a Mini, but it's handy for me this time because it's going to be easier to take off, because I'm just going to get the angle grinder, cut these bits, the rear closing support brackets as well, tack, tack, you know, it's going to be easy to come. So the first thing I'm going to do is try that and put this in here. What I said is, the first thing I'm going to try is this wee bit on the drill, take the paint off here. So the first thing, notice with that is it's really good at removing paint and not damaging the metal. It's a lot softer, so it takes a bit more to get the paint off, but it stops the metal getting damaged. Wasn't as good on the rusty bits, I have to say, so maybe a wire brush for the tougher rusty bits if you're not wanting to spend quite a long time on it. But you can see there what I'm going to do. There's no spot welds at all, which is what I was checking for there. Just going to get the angle grinder, grind away, cut. I'm going to use the cutting disc just to nip this bit rather than grinding it all away. I'll cut it, break it, and I'll use a pry bar to get this seal. If you can see, it's just even by hand there, the gap it's opening up. So yeah, we'll get this off in no time. You just need to take your time with this because I don't want to damage underneath until I know it's getting fully replaced. So it's a case of doing that all the way up. You can see just by popping a few of them, and it's the same as spot welds. If you had spot welds here, here, every sort of inch and a half to 2 inch, then you just drill it out and pop it with that, and it just gradually comes away. So I'm going to do this all the rest of the way up here. You don't need to see that because it's the same procedure, and when it's off I will come back to you. So that took me about 15-20 minutes just to carefully go break the tack welds, pry, break, pry, and it's ready to come off. I didn't want to rip it off without you guys having a wee look as well. So here we go. Let's have a look at what's underneath. See, as you can see, it's a new valance. For some reason, it's got this plate under here. Not 100% sure, it's only on one side, but it's still got the original plates. So, again, I think it's been put on and left to rot for the rest of it. So, let's have a look. Let's have a look. From the bottom. Yep, that'll need replaced. The holes here, I will get in with metal once it's all, I will get in and poke it once it's all ground back. Pretty crusty up here too. I think if I push hard enough I'll go through that. These look original because that's the original paint that was on the inside of the floor, so all original. That's definitely original because that's gone. So yeah, one step closer. Obviously the next thing I need to get this all cleaned up, ground back, and then get these closing support brackets off. What I thought I might do at this section is just use a variation of the tools I've got and let you guys know, just kind of like for like, what's going to be the best out of them all for what's good at cleaning it up. Everyone will have their own preference, but I'm kind of trying to find what mine is. So for likes of this, taking all the rust and everything else off, I'm going to do a wee comparison for you guys to let you know what I prefer, and hopefully it'll help someone out there if they're looking to buy things, or feel free to chip in if someone prefers something more than the other. Right, first one I'm going to look at is the nylon abrasive wheel. Let's see how this performs. So I think that one's going to be good for getting off paint and not damaging the metal, but in terms of getting rust down to bare metal and past this, it's so far not looking the greatest, to be honest. The standard wire wheel, although I do need to buy some more of these, this will give a good indication. So, see, it's a bit more rougher on the metal, but it gets a better finish. And again, that's a used wire wheel, so a new one will be a lot better. But Yeah, I prefer that already compared to the finish left by the first one. On to the next one we'll do here. Right, the next one of the new tools, belt sander. You're only going to use this for sort of getting into awkward places, you're never going to use it for the full floor, but I'm going to use it on this bit here just to give you an idea of what it actually can do. So there you go. It is good at getting down to the metal as well, and it's good for small spaces. It's effectively sandpaper, so you do need to replace the belt fairly often, which can obviously slow things down, but it's I can't speak highly enough of it. It's really good at taking paint and rust off. So yeah, that's the belt sander. Right, these roll-lock discs. The tool I got, believe it or not, this shaft here is a 1/4 inch and it was advertised as 6mm, so you're only talking like 0.2 of a mil difference, but the one I ordered, the Sealy one, doesn't take the 1/4 inch, so don't you just love when products are not as described. Anyway, for the purpose of showing you what it's done, I've put it on the drill here, so it'll give slightly different results than it will on the air tool, but it'll give you an idea of what it is compared to the rest. So it does get there, just not as quickly as the rest, so it depends on how careful you want to be with the metal. Like I say, with the air tool it'll be slightly different, but yeah, so again it's going to come in handy for certain uses, and it'll give you an idea of what it is compared to the rest. I'm going to do one more just because I have it there, and that'll sum up what I've got to use at least. Right, the last one I'm going to cover is just my little mouse sander. I've got an orbital sander there as well, so it'll do the same job, just different areas. And again, you can buy different grades of sandpaper for it, so for the job. So let's have a look at this one. Yeah, as I thought, not really effective for this, more for taking a slight layer of paint off, but for the purpose of this, sorry I get sidetracked easy, for the purpose of this, yeah, it's no use. So yeah, there we go, you've had a look at all of them. I've had a shot at all of them because it is generally the first time I've used them all together. I do like the flap disc, I have to say, the belt sander as well. It depends on what area I'm looking for and how much room I've got spare, so let me know what you guys use if I've not covered any here, and I'm always happy to hear about new toys, and all that leaves for me to do just now is, on the boot anyway, I'm just going to get stuck in with some of these tools and get a lot of this stuff off, and then I can get these off and get a proper look at what I'm going to need to repair. I'm not going to show it on camera because well, it's a bit boring to be honest, and I'm trying to keep it as interesting as I can for you at the same time while showing what I'm doing. So I'm going to go and have a good go at this, a good workout, and I'll come back to you once I've got hopefully a lot of the paint off. I've got a fair bit done today. See, there's a lot of good metal up here. It's all just this back bit, which I'm hoping I might just get away with the rear repair section, because the rest is fairly solid. If I come across bits it isn't, then I'll rethink, but at the moment, yeah, it's looking good. So this is also solid, the lip for the back panel as well. I just need to get a bit more taken back, and Yeah, and look at the floor.